Hello, good evening. We go to the second level of English book, English 1. We're covering part B, essentially the questions, sentences and passages. Today we're going to do topic 6 and 7, fill the blank sentences and fill the blanks passages. Alright? We start off with page number 22. Before we get into any example, fill the blank sentences and fill the blanks passages are interlinked. So essentially the question will be a sentence, alright. In that given sentence, a key word will be missing in that sentence which joins the second word associated with that missing word. You're given a set of approximately 4 options, A, B, C and D, and you have to choose the word that is suitable in the blank. Alright? Very important, look at grammar, basic grammar that links the word to the word that is thereafter, or look at the word that comes before, precedes the word to actually fill that blank. Look at grammar, look at the article. I talk about article again, this is grammar related. It could be before noun, and it's using the before vowel, and a definite article. Alright. Look at tenses, and most important, look at context. Is what is the sentence talking about in relation to the word? Alright, so it's really quite easy once you get the word that is supposed to, you pick the correct word in context with the sentence. So you have one particular sentence, one sentence, and one key word that is missing in the sentence that you have to pick up amongst the choices given. Now this can be in the form of a sentence, or this can be in the form of an entire passage. Of course, you're given the options per se. You have to choose the correct option. Looking at grammar and looking at grammar, all aspects, be it article, be it tenses, are most important. Look at context of the word in the sentence. Let's start off with an example. Let's look at example number 4. This is practice set 1, page number 22. So you're given the sentences, the soldiers were instructed to dash restraint and handle the situation peacefully. For those who are well read, you know that dash restraint is to hold back or exercise restraint and handle the situation peacefully. But let's see what the options are. The options, the first one is exercise, B is control, C is prevent, D is enforce, and E is remain. Now look at it in context. Ideally, the first word A would be the answer, but let's see if you want to substitute another word instead of A. The soldiers were instructed to control restraint. That essentially this is not correct English, so you don't use control. Then the soldiers were instructed to prevent restraint. Looking at context, how can you prevent restraint? D, the word is the soldiers were instructed to enforce restraint. You can't enforce something you're taking or holding back to. And the soldiers were entrusted to remain in restraint. That is not grammatically correct. So you eliminate what is not incorrect, you come up with the exact answer as exercise constraint. Let's look at some more examples. Number 10. So it's a full sentence and one word is missing. One key word is missing. He has a good dash over famous world languages. He is good. Try and visualize the word that will go in the sentence. He has good authority? No. He has good expertise? No. He's good hold. He's hold on. No. So there's a hold, there's nothing after that. He's good command. That would be ideal, and the last one is E. He has good knowledge over the famous world languages. Here we look at the word in context, the line here, the word is suitable for this particular sentence would be command, that is D. Let's look for some more examples. Number 14. Same page 22. The government sought to set at dash speculation that there may be a shift in our nuclear policy. Let's look at the options given. A is pace. The government sought to set at pace grammatically or in context doesn't suit the required word. The government sought to set at rest. Rest means they're going to halt speculation. That seems appropriate. Let's look at the other option. The government sought to set at peace speculation. This doesn't really sound grammatically correct. The government sought to set at fire. Again, not grammatically correct. The government sought to set at right. No. If there was no act or to set right, that would be a correct option. But you've got act before that. So essentially the word would be B, that's rest. The government sought to set at rest speculation that there may be a shift in our nuclear policy. Let's look at some more examples. Number 28. The propeller-driven fighter planes of the Second World War have long been completely dash. Now look at the examples given over here. Have long been completely, A is old, doesn't suit the requirement. Have long been completely aged, this doesn't work in context in terms of grammatically. Have long been completely ancient. Grammatically in context doesn't sound well at all. Have long been completely obsolete. If you look at obsolete, it would fit rightly because it means it cannot be used at all. And lastly, saying decayed the point of junk, of no use at all. But obsolete over here sounds most grammatically correct. You don't use decayed, the point, it's just, like something you can't use at all. Obsolete here is obsolete technology, so you can't use it at all. So over here, D is your answer. Let's look at number 31. Undoubtedly, English is the most dash spoken language today. Now, look at it grammatically. You've got five options. Broadly is the most broadly spoken language today. You can't talk about that. Grammatically, doesn't sound right. Is the most widely spoken? Yes, that seems the most appropriate. Greatly, again, grammatically doesn't sound very nice. Beautifully spoken language in the world today doesn't sound correct. Elaborately spoken language in the world today doesn't sound appropriate. So actually, the word over here we use is widely. That's B. Let's look at the last example, 49. The accused dash the judge for mercy. The accused is the person who's been accused of something. He's appealing to the judge. So, if you look at words in law, verbiage would be the accused dash the judge for mercy. The accused asks the judge for mercy. You don't ask. You don't apply. You don't demand to a judge. You probably would appeal, make an appeal. So D. You don't request the judge for mercy. Your answer over here, if it's the grammatically and the context, would be essentially D. That's appeal. Thank you. We've going to now fill in the blanks with the passage we completed. Fill the blanks in the sentence. Now we're going to fill in the blanks in the passage form. So essentially over here, the exercise is that they give you a passage. They have blanks in the passage. Those blanks will be filled by you with the options that are given below the passage. Once again, if you've understood passages, sentence fill in the blanks, this will be relatively easy. Keep in mind the same requirement. One, look at grammar, again articles, or the coming before the noun. Or look at, most importantly also, look at what is following a vowel. If it's a vowel that's coming thereafter, you usually use and. So that's easy to use. Next would be tenses that will be used in the passage. Along, most important is context, the word inside the passage. If you open up to page number 28, there is an example given over here. I'd like to proceed directly to practice set 1, passage 1, for you to offer a greater understanding. It's important that you first read the passage. Alright, read the passage once with the blanks. Read the passage second time. Try and understand what word by yourself would be in that blank. And read the passage a third time, looking at the blanks along with the options given and choose the correct option. Why is this? Because every time you read it, you're familiarizing yourself with this requirement. Grammar, tenses, or you maybe the article that has been used. Most importantly, the context, the word inside the passage. So you know that you've chosen the correct word essentially. Let's look at practice set 1, passage number 1. This is page number 29. Read the passage once, alright? It's a small passage, so just read it once with the blanks. Many parents greet their children's teenage years with needless dread. Alright, so let's talk essentially about how parents handle the teenagers. Alright, so they treat the teenage years with needless dread. While teens dash assault us with heavy metal music, dash outlandish clothes, and spend all dash time with friends, such behavior dash adds up to a full-scale revolt. Teenage dash, according to psychologist Lawrence Steinberg, has been dash exaggerated. Sociologist Sanford Donwich agrees. The dash that teenagers in every level is a dash. There's potential for great family dash, says Donwich. He believes that the notion that dash can dash communication provides critical time for parents to influence youngsters. We read it once. Let's read it the second time. And try to imagine the words that would go inside the particular fill in the blank. Parents greet their children's teenage years with needless dread, while teens dash assault us with heavy metal music, dash outlandish clothes, and spend all dash time with friends. Such behavior dash adds up to full-scale revolt. Teenage dash, according to psychologist Lawrence Steinberg, has dash exaggerated. Sociologist Sanford Donwich agrees. The dash that teenagers in every rebel is a dash that has the potential for great family, says Donwich. He believes the notion can dash communication during this critical time for parents to influence youngsters. I'm going to read this again with the options given. Many parents greet their children's teenage years with needless dread, while teens, teens can, must, may, should. While teens can assault us, doesn't sound, look at it grammatically, look at it in terms of context. Must assault us, should assault us with heavy metal music. Here the assault us essentially is going to parents. It's more may assault us, it's more conditional. Alright? When teens may assault us with heavy metal music, to show outlandish clothes, dress outlandish clothes, put outlandish clothes. Now look at it in terms of the word. Show outlandish is not grammatically fitting. Dress, it could be if it's dressed outlandishly, yes, it will probably match, but it doesn't really match here. We put on outlandish clothes probably, but there's no put on. And lastly, flaunt seems to be the most appropriate because essentially it talks about outlandish, it's called flaunt. So if you look at 1 and 2, your first answer would be C. 2 would be D, flaunt. Let's look at the next one. And spend all dash time with friends. Her, his, their, our, and then 3 is your option. Here we're talking more about plural aspects. So it can't be, grammatically it can't be a singular. It can't be, it has to be, spend all our time, we're not spending the parents' time, we're spending the friends are spending the time, spending their time. So your answer over here for 3 is C. Then let's look at it again. Number 4. Spend their time with friends. Such behavior dash adds up to a full-scale revolt. Sporadically, always, infrequently, scarcely. Here we're looking at it in terms of it always happening. Such behavior always adds up to a full-scale revolt. It doesn't take place in bits and pieces. It has to happen. Let's look at it. Always adds up to a full-scale revolt. Teenage dash, according to psychologist Lawrence Greenberg. Teenage, number 5, rebellion, subversion, mania, or revolution. All the words that are used, subversion, mania, revolution, grammatically don't fit in the words. Essentially here, look at it in terms of placement and look at it in terms of context, the word essentially would be rebelling, because teenagers rebelling against their parents. So teenage rebellion, according to psychologist Lawrence Steinberg, has been dash exaggerated. Always exaggerated, it's never been exaggerated. Greatly exaggerated or hardly exaggerated. So now Lawrence Steinberg says that it has been dash exaggerated. It exists, so it can be never, alright? It can't be hardly. It has to be something that is over, it's about talking about exaggeration, so it has been greatly exaggerated. So the word I would use would be see. We look at it in terms of context a little later, reading out the passages with the correct word. 7. The dash that teenagers inevitably rebel is a dash. The complaint, it can't be a complaint, it can't be a surmise, it can't be an accusation, and it can't be, let's see, the idea that teenagers, it seems more appropriate, because accusation, surmise and accusation and complaint don't fit in that requirement. So the idea here would be D. The idea that teenagers inevitably rebel is a dash. Myth, story, a fact, or reality. Here, Dornbush is speaking against the fact that, he says that it happens, but he feels that it's a myth, because if you look at it in context, the idea that teenagers inevitably rebel is a myth that has potential for great family dash. It can't be story, it can't be fact, it can't be reality. So essentially my answer would be myth. Look at 9. For great family, is it downfall, is it ruin, is it harm or defeat? The answer talks about for essential potential, and great family ruin would be most appropriate in this context. And lastly, he believes the notion can dash communication during the critical time of parents to influence youngsters. If you look at it in context, the word essentially, you've got destroy, suffocate, damage and injure. Here the most appropriate would be damage. Look at it in terms of the line. Many parents treat their children's teenagers with needless dread. While teens may assault us with heavy metal music, flaunt outlandish clothes and spend all their time with friends, such behavior always adds up to a full-scale revolt. Teenage rebellion, according to psychologist Lawrence Grindberg, has been greatly exaggerated. Sociologist Stanford Dornbush agrees. The idea that teenagers inevitably rebel is a myth, and that has potential for great family ruin, says Dornbush. He believes the notion can damage communication during the critical time of parents to influence youngsters. Once again, it's important to look at, while trying to solve this particular exercise, it's important to look at grammar, look at tenses, look at the article being used, and lastly look at the context of the word inside the article, inside the passage. See what fits best. Again, read it at least 3 times. Once, just going through the passage, familiarizing with the passage. 2, try to fit what word would go on, keeping in mind the preceding sentence and the one that is following the fill the blank. And lastly, solve the passage using the word that is found, the options given. Lastly, read the entire passage with your given choice of words to see and ensure they are both grammatically and context of the passage. Thank you.